Hi everyone, Chris here, and today I wanted to talk about assessment again, specifically the third level of the Kirkpatrick model. And this is the behavior level. And the behavior level is an interesting level because on the one hand, it's probably the most important level to focus on, but it's also probably the most neglected level that instructional designers focus on. And it's important to focus on this because this is the level you're most likely going to be judged on. So essentially, the behavior level of the Kirkpatrick model has to do with what do your participants, what do your learners apply when they get back to the job? So they've participated in your instructional program and everything was great. They had a great time. They learned a lot. They get back to the job and nothing happens. And so your program is deemed a failure because nothing happened. So the way to deal with this is early on when you're asked to develop a program is to ask a very, very important question. When the participants get back to work, what are they expected to do? You got to get down to that tangible, observable goal that management is looking for in their program. And in addition to that, you need to identify the metrics that you're going to be judged on. So you might get a request of something like, we'd like you to develop training on the new features of the CRM system. When what they really want is for the sales managers to stop letting new prospects slip through the cracks. And so what they're really asking for is better follow-up using the new features of the CRM system. And so you get a dig. The other thing you need to identify when looking at the behavior level of the Kirkpatrick model is you got to identify what Kirkpatrick defines as critical behaviors. And you might think of these as, in our own lives, the keystone habits that we have that make everything else easier. So find those behaviors that you can reinforce, and then make sure that there's a mechanism to reinforce these behaviors. Is there a reward? Are people going to be penalized for doing these behaviors that are being asked for? If you're getting a bonus on all of the new leads you get versus the leads you follow up on, chances are you're going to be hunting for new leads and not following up. And yeah, so the behavior level of the Kirkpatrick model. What exactly are you expecting the learners, the participants to do with the knowledge and the skills that you're teaching them? And how can you reinforce those after the fact? Getting these answers to these questions early on can make your entire project that much more successful. Anyway, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll see you soon.